Not long ago, some people thought that a Catholic cannot be a president, an African American cannot be a president. They were wrong then, and they are wrong now. We ask Mr. Ben Carson to withdraw from the presidential race because he's unfit to lead, because his views are in contradiction with the United States Constitution.
Well, breaking tonight, that was the nonprofit Council of American and Islamic Relations, also known as CARE, last week calling for Dr. Ben Carson to drop out of the race for the White House. In a Kelly File follow-up, we did some digging into the rules for tax-exempt organizations like CARE when they decide to get involved in politics. The IRS rules specifically provide that Section 501c3 organizations like CARE are absolutely prohibited from directly or indirectly participating in or intervening in any political campaign, whether it be on behalf of or in opposition to any candidate for elective public office. Uh-oh. We're reaching out to CARE for a response. When we get one, we will update you. In the meantime, we are joined by Republican presidential candidate Dr. Ben Carson, who's a retired pediatric neurosurgeon and 2016 candidate. He has continued to take heat for how he answered a question last week about whether he personally would support a Muslim for president. Dr. Carson, good to see you. So maybe CARE is in some trouble. You already said you won't be dropping out of the race. But let's pick up with you where I left it with Britt, which is this accusation that already the 2016 race is the most racist campaign for president that we've seen in history. Your thoughts on that?
Well, isn't that what the leftists always do? When they can't find anything else to talk about, they drop back to racism. That's their standard defense. And it's so silly when you stop and think about it. You know, what I've talked about is about a system of living, which Islam is. It's not has nothing to do with race. You know, there are people of lots of different races who embrace that. And as I've said before, it really doesn't matter what a person's religion is if, in fact, they're willing to accept the American standards, American principles, American values, and to subjugate their beliefs to our Constitution, then, you know, that's very acceptable.
What do you make of our own Charles Krauthammer?
I don't know anything racist about that.
Our own Charles Krauthammer came out and took some issue with that defense of your position, saying, all right, he said, the Constitution doesn't just tell you what you're not allowed to do. It also suggests what you shouldn't want to do. And he suggested, look, a major purpose of the Constitution is to discourage and delegitimize this kind of authoritarian thinking like you put forward. What do you think of that?
Well, I think Charles Krauthammer usually has pretty solid information and has things to say that are worthwhile. I think he may be a little off base there. And there is nothing that I have said that is in any way contradicting our Constitution. In fact, I have a book coming out next week about the Constitution that really breaks it down. And I hope that Dr. Krauthammer will read that book.
That's a disagreement of the doctors. We're going to have to get a third opinion now. Let me talk to you about the polls, which you just referenced. The latest one, Wall Street Journal, NBC News poll shows you now in a virtual dead heat with Donald Trump for front-runner status. He's at 21%. You are at 20%. First, let me ask you, as some journalists had proposed last week, do you believe that Donald Trump has peaked?
I suspect that he's probably getting close, but who knows? I mean, we're in uncharted territory. We've never had anything like this with all these insurgents, outsiders doing so well, because it resonates with the people. And it really kind of depends on whether he continues to put material out that people resonate with and doesn't, you know, become too thin-skinned and start attacking people over everything.
Why do you think you've gone up as you have?
I've gone up a lot because I've been out there talking, and people have an opportunity to actually hear what I'm saying. And also because I think the American people have caught on to the media and recognize that these guys have their own agenda. They're not really out there to do what they were supposed to do. They're the only business that protected by our Constitution because they're supposed to be on the side of the people. But the people are recognizing that they're not on the side of the people. They have their own agendas. So they're not listening to them, and they're not listening to the pundits, who, of course, from the beginning have been wrong about everything they've said about me. It seems like they get tired of being wrong at some point.
Dr. Carson, always a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you, sir.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Well, we also have a dramatic twist tonight in the story of that 14-year-old student who brought a mysterious device to school, saying that it was a clock that he built from scratch. You know, it was like they thought it was a bomb. He said it was a clock. Well, wait until you hear who is now hosting him as a guest. Plus, Republicans today raised concerns in a hearing on Planned Parenthood, and immediately the Democrats started shouting about misogyny. The congressman, who's in their crosshairs, who himself was reduced to tears at one moment, is here to react next.
The disrespect, the misogyny, rampant here today, tells us what is really going on here.